his first carry of the game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, it's Allen. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Mack on the counter. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Marlon Mack with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
And a Packer first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 38. They give to Dillon out of the gun, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. shotgun now for Rodgers. Got a man. It's Tonyan complete. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
If it was sunny, maybe this is a field goal attempt, but with the rain, they're going to go for it on fourth down. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. On play action, Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
So after the INT, it's Allen. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
That was pretty nice to watch as he matched the route with the receiver and stayed right there, stuck to him like glue, almost hip to hip, shoulder to shoulder, helped force the incompletion.
On second down, here's a run with Mack. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Snap comes at 1, and it's Allen. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. Jamie Gillen now on to punt.
For the Browns.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
The ball carrier.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 23 yards the pickup there.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. On the ground, it's Mack. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
At the 9-yard line.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will not be able to get the 1st as he can get this only down to the 5. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. his kick is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
First down, Packers.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. Looking deep for Adams. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Drive about to get started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
25-yard line.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
Now 3rd down.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll run the screen with Mack. gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
The jump ball. It's 2nd down and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Allen off the play fake. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Allen. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
8-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here, as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line. On the carry there, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Allen. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Play action. Now it's Allen. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he'll go down at the 28. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. So the shotgun snap to Allen. That is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll run it with Mack. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Try and keep it. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
Smith on the tackle.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
And goal.
Let's get it. Mike, hey, what's the delay? 44's Mike. 44's Mike. Check.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave them with a 4th and goal. Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal.
Take me up. Here we go. Hey, tight. Mike, you can't block me. You can't block me.
Operating from the gun, Allen. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Marlon Mack with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage.
For the extra point.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these team special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And I think the offense is going to keep possession. Yes, they are, but they're backed up now at their own 2-yard line. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. In his own end zone, it's Rodgers. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. Rodgers leads to Dillon on the draw. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 48-yard line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Dillon. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
First down, Packers.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Steps away to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again. Rodgers. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
And 10 yards to go.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And that's a much-needed first down right there. Look, they're down by 8. So logic says they don't have to get a touchdown out of this drive. But the way things are going, I don't know if I'd put it in the hands of my defense here. You might not get the ball back at all. So if a 4th down situation comes up, I'm thinking hard about going for it right here and right now.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Rodgers again now. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line.
Rodgers.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
3rd down.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That has to feel like a very unsatisfying drive, right? You move the ball all that way, and then you can't convert on 3rd down.
But it was satisfying up until that point. Almost like a great movie, and then the film cuts out before the big ending.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
To
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead.
So they got the touchdown they needed to cut this to 2, but now they've got to get back to the huddle. No celebration time. Got to figure out what they're going to do on the 2-point conversion.
So here we go. The Packers will line up to go for 2.
Check 4, check 4. Slam, slam, slam. Jump out. Boom, boom. 57. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Rodgers to throw once more. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Score Browns 17. Packers 15.
So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
5-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They'll start on the ground with Mack. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Now Allen throwing on 2nd down. Inside of 2 minutes remaining in a 2-point ball game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Allen to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's Jamie Gillen down as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning here is Wright. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Dillon now on 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, now Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
From talking with defensive backs and their coaches over the years, they hate to see four guys in a route like this because the safeties are often occupied. It creates indecision. They're unsure about who goes with who. And the quarterback, he just reads the most vulnerable safety and takes advantage of it for a big play here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
The Browns' 9-yard line.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. On 3rd down, here's Dillon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. The kick by Crosby is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, 2nd down. On play action, Allen. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. He'll look to throw. He completes this one to Mack. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Back to throw. Allen. Looking middle, and that's complete.
That's good.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Second and 10. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check. Not the sneakers, but the ones that make you watch your step. He changed name, I like your respect. You're the morning when I get expecting up the back. In fact, I sat down with my accountant and said I got good news.
Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Today's final.
So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Green Bay, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin.